Hello there, everyone. Michael Zupan with ByteSizeImpressions.com. And today I'm going to be playing Star Fox 2, the game that never was for the Super Nintendo. You can find ROMs floating out there on the internet. You can even find translated ones. For the longest time, I believe there was only a Japanese ROM that was floating around, but of course, people have taken the opportunity to translate to English if that is your thing. If you care about that, there's really not much really to read in the game. It's pretty straightforward. So give me 2 seconds here and I will open up my emulator. Okay. Just making sure everything's working as it's supposed to. And my headphones are super loud, so let me turn that down a little bit. Okay, good. So, basically, if you've never heard about this, basically, near the end of the Super Nintendo's life cycle, Nintendo was going to release Star Fox 2. Based on what I'm seeing from this ROM, it looks pretty complete. But I think basically Nintendo said, you know what, we don't really have a lot of games that have a three-dimensional look to them on the Super Nintendo. It's mostly 2D kind of stuff. We have the N64 coming out, which is all about 3D. We don't want to push 3D on the Super Nintendo at this time, so they pretty much scrapped Star Fox 2, and it's kind of a shame. It's a bit of a missed opportunity. Even today, they could put it up on the Virtual Console. I'm aware there was a Star Fox game on the DS, I believe, the Nintendo DS, the handheld, that was pretty much mostly like this game. I haven't played it, so I can't really attest to that. That's what I'm hearing, but I want to play this game. I want to show it to you. It's only like about a half an hour, 35 minutes to be able to beat it. I think it's really interesting, though, because there's a lot of different unique ideas they implemented into this game that didn't actually end up making it into Star Fox 64 for some reason. Star Fox 64 was really the straightforward Star Fox experience that we come to know and love from the original Star Fox game, which is just you piloting the ship from the camera view behind the ship and just blasting everything. This has a little bit of a different approach to it, so let's get to it and we'll talk about that. I'm going to do normal mode. It's extremely easy, though. Probably here in the United States, if this game was released, they probably would have named it easy, normal, and hard instead of normal, hard, and expert. Normal was a walk in the park, but since I'm only here to show you this game and what it's all about. Anyway, so that bad dude is back. Now, normally you see this screen here, and what you're going to do is you're like, oh, cool, I'm just going to go to all the different planets on the map and make my way to the bad guy at the end. It's a little different, though. Anyway, Star Fox, we have an emergency. Andross is alive. And he's launched an attack against Corneria. Enemy forces have sortied from Andross's motherships and carriers and are heading towards Corneria. They've also built bases on several planets and are firing IPBMs at Corneria. Your help is crucial. Corneria can take some hits, as you can see down there in the corner right now. The amount of damage that Corneria has taken is 0%. But with excessive damage, we will fall. Protect Corneria and wipe out Andross's army. We're counting on you, Star Fox. So you get to pick 2 players here, I believe, that you would switch back and forth between. We have Faye and Miyu. Screw that. I'm going with Slippy. Is there any real difference here? There's a little bit. I guess I'll go with Falco since he has a bit more speed. So starting off here, it looks like typical Starfox fare. Choose where the R-Wing will be deployed with B. Liberate the planets of the Lilat system. You can change to your partner if you press select. The mothership can warp to planets that don't have enemy bases. Alright, so my characters are down here, and basically you see like missiles here and here, and they're going to make their way ever so slowly to Corneria. You want to stop them. So this is a little bit different right off the bat, because you're not just going from one planet to the next until you get to the bad guy up here, to Andros. You're actually going to have to do a little management. Which is a bit different. Another thing too is when you do this, you're getting primarily the cockpit view, and that's about it. Hit Y to accelerate. No, 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 no. Ugh. I couldn't get him to save my life. Oh, I got that one pretty quick. Enemy out of range. I've had that happen before. Basically, you can just reposition yourself to catch the... And it doesn't start over again. If there was only like one missile left, then that's all you really got to hit. Well, it's not a missile. I guess it's an actual ship, but it looks like a missile on the screen, on the map. I haven't really messed around to see if I can switch to normal view instead of just cockpit, but you do spend a lot of time, I think, in this game navigating from that cockpit view, which is not really what Starfox was all about to me, personally. I haven't really tried tinkering with the buttons to change my... Okay, you can. It's just not the default. And lo and behold, it may have actually been a lot easier to be in cockpit view. You're not getting away from me. There you go. So right off the bat, we're seeing how different this game is. But it even gets more different than that. But let me take these things out first. And I'll show you just how different this game can get. And I have to wonder if Nintendo saying, nah, we're not going to release this game because, well, we don't want to focus on 3D so much on the Super Nintendo at this time. It doesn't feel right. I wonder if that was just, you know, PR psychobabble. Alright, there's one right here. And the reason why I say that is because this game is quite different from its predecessor, and I wonder if they felt that maybe the fan base wouldn't have been so receptive of this game. That's something that's worth keeping in the back of our minds. Alright, let's get this, Oh, good lord. As you can see, there's a bit of, you know, time management going on, and things keep getting in between you and your objective. Not only these little blips on the map that you have to take care of on occasion, but occasionally you will also be disrupted by an enemy team known as Starwolf. What is going on here? I don't even see anything there. I shot it anyway. Yay. Alright, I'm going to this battleship. Alright, let's do this. More cockpit view. It was really disconcerting to me to switch to like the behind the ship view before in space in levels like this and have it not feel good at all. I was really concerned by that. Really. Shouldn't be that way. Yeah, you're not gonna blow up in my face. Get out of here. So you make your way to the battleship, and then you get to go inside and... Can't remember. I think we'll see one of the changes here. This is more typical Starfox here. Flying and shooting in here actually feels quite good. So, select transforms your R-Wing, he says. We're going to see in a moment what that's all about. And this is where I think maybe people might have been turned off by the game a little bit. See? It's a land thing, and you're not just flying in one direction. It's a three-dimensional sort of thing. I can keep sort of repositioning myself, as you can see there, by using the L and R buttons up top to sort of circumnavigate that thing while I walk around from left to right. As you can see, that was a piece of cake. There was really nothing to that. I think that's a really cool aspect of the gameplay. At first, it really threw me off. And I was like, oh, what is this? Boy, they were kind of ballsy to do that. Looks like some rats are slipping through. Heh. Oh, is this... Oh, okay. I'll go easy on you. Go, ho, 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 ho. This dragon thing looks super cool. Unfortunately, they didn't really utilize it in this game in the best way that they could have. It's a pretty quick fight if my aim is good, but otherwise it's really just a disappointment. All right. Yeah, where are you? A new squadron has sortied. See, he's already like halfway decimated. Oh, he just smashed into me, that son of a gun. The music here kind of reminds me of a boss battle in like Super Nintendo Zelda. Alright, well that was that. This was really probably the most impressive part of the game, and it was over before it began. I shouldn't say that. The end battle stuff really isn't that bad. It's quite good. Let's go to this battleship next. Oh, what now? Now it's Starwolf, I bet. Yep, that's far enough. Leon of Starwolf is... I didn't even get a chance to finish reading that. So your wolf's targets. Time to die. Yeah. You can keep shooting me all you want. Ain't gonna do you much good. Yeah. Well, that missile took care of him. It's a fun game. I'm not sure I prefer it to the original formula, but I do appreciate that it's attempting something different. But again, I can't help but wonder if just Nintendo thought maybe their audience wasn't going to be that responsive to the different things that they were trying to do with the gameplay. I mean, it's a legitimate concern, I guess. I mean, but to spend time developing a game so fully into a state where it was practically ready to launch, and then to just say, nah. This sort of thing happens all the time, though, due to various factors. Like right this minute, I know Ubisoft has a party-style game that was allegedly meant for the Wii U, but they're not releasing it just because, I don't know, they just feel like it's a waste of time and money to deal with Nintendo. They don't really want to support them anymore. So here we go again. Shoot the big glowy thingies. Circle around your target. Use the L buttons to keep sort of repositioning your aim as you strafe around. And that's it. Good. That ought to slow them down. We got a couple of these things here to deal with. Whippy! I almost just want to let him hit Corneria and just get to it, man. I mean, if a few thousand people die when that thing hits, you know, that's no hair off my butt, you know? Wow, can we hit these things? I'm just not having any luck here. It's very fickle. Oh, thank you. I know I really haven't done much streaming, by the way. There's various reasons for it. Oh, okay. One of the reasons for that is mainly because for the last like few weeks I had been dying of the plague. There's just this chest cold thing that's been going around, and there's like no escaping it. I mean, that's just how it is, you know. Somebody's, you know, getting a chest cold, and it's been hanging around like with people for like 3-4 weeks. I mean, I've never experienced anything like it. I mean, it was hard for me to talk. I felt like somebody was sitting in my chest for a while. And because I've been spending a lot of time just resting and chilling out, waiting for this to go away, I mean, it's impacted everything. You know, normal duties at home, and that also meant writing for the site. I've got my next lock, though, for an article, though. It's about that game, Evolve. All I'm going to say right now on this stream is I wouldn't support it. I'm not going to support it. And it really, it's very shameful. Because it's an amazing development studio. They're responsible for making the Left 4 Dead games. I mean, what else is there to say? Now, here's a level that's even a bit more different. You spend your time primarily on the ground here, not just at the end. You start off on the ground. See? So you're more outside. You're not just confined to the inside of a ship. It's a 3D world kind of a thing that you're starting out. And keep in mind, this sort of thing on the Super Nintendo was not really done at the time. So the objective here is very easy. There's this barrier shoot the target points. It's going to go down. The base is going to go up. You go inside, and then you shoot some stuff. I mean, it's pretty innovative for its time, and it's ambitious considering, again, what Starfox fans all this time might have been expecting. So it is a little off-putting at first, but it is fun. There's really no denying that. There we go. Ooh, lava room. Don't get hurt. Ooh. Whoa. Didn't I shoot that thing like a bajillion times? Thought I did. There it goes. Oh. I'm getting this thing. Yeah. So yet another objective, we have to strafe and circle around. I shot it a few times and it explodes. I mean, even just for like the easiest difficulty in the game, it's pretty absurd. I mean, I get that it's supposed to be easy difficulty, but there's no difficulty to this whatsoever. And they didn't even call it easy, it's normal. Piece of cake. Getting in my way again. What, do you got another dragon for me, buddy? I guess I have to stop this thing, huh? Oh, nope. It blew it up. Let's go. Destroy the base from the inside. I believe after this, I'm probably going to be intercepted by another Star Wolf member, actually Star Wolf himself. I don't know if I remember this stage, which is interesting. Oh, okay. I think I do remember this. Get away from me, punk. And the base is open. I mean, the objectives here are so basic. I mean, it's almost silly. Kind of makes me wonder if they were just, you know, sort of getting their 3D development chops ready for, you know, N64 stuff, and this was just sort of an experiment. It's possible. I doubt it, though. I mean, they were, you know, planning on releasing this game at one point. I recall seeing advertisements for it in Nintendo Power back in the day. And it was like, wow, I can't wait to get Starfox 2. The game which I'm never going to be able to play, said nobody, because it was supposed to be the real deal. But, you know, there was a lot of stuff that was advertised in the Nintendo Power magazine that never came to fruition. You know, the 64, the N64, you know, disk drive was going to be a thing, and it wasn't really a thing. I mean, I think it released in Japan, but sold like practically next to nothing, so it never made its way stateside. Oh, this thing again? It's the same thing I did before. And it's going to be over right now. Boom. Another thing was the Nintendo 64 was originally going to be called the Nintendo Ultra 64, I believe. You can find some pictures of that. It was pretty much, I mean, it was the same system, it just had a different logo. Did look way cooler, though. With this, most of Andross's forces have been swept away. We've got them right where we want them. And with that, the game is almost over. Now, I, Wolf, won't let you go any further. The obligatory boss battle with Star Wolf, which really isn't any different than the other characters that we had faced. I mean, it's really no more intimidating. It's not like the tactics are really any different. It's just, you know, get him in your sight, shoot him, he comes at you, he fires, he gets by you, you turn around, you shoot him some more. I mean, it's kind of a joke. He seems to be a bit more able to reflect your damage, and you really want to shoot him when his back is to you. Time to end the rivalry. Come on, please. He is getting my shield pretty good, though. This might be a little closer than I'm willing to admit. Mainly because I'm just letting him come right at me while I just blast him. But it's just about over now. Yeah, come back. You're toast. There you go. No, Starfox. I'll pay you back for this. Don't plead your case to me, dude. You're done. Gwar! What is he doing? Kicking his ass. That's what I'm doing. So for all the differences this game had, you'll see what I mean if you've played Star Fox 64, the final boss battle. They actually took some ideas from the boss battle from the end of this game and implemented that with the Andross battle at the end of Star Fox 64. It's a shame that with Star Fox 64, though, after making this game and having done the experimentation, they sort of refuse to bring those new elements into play with Star Fox 64. It is a little bit of a bummer, I'm not going to lie. Oh, snap. Alright, got that door already, huh? Very nice. Let's go. I'm not gonna let you shoot me. Get in my R-wing here and fly through this part of the stage. Oh, ow. Ow. Should open up. Yeah. Wong. Ooh. That hurt a little bit. Could this be it? It's like a little maze. Oh yeah, here we go. Admirable Starfox. His power level is over 9,000. so funny watching these things run around. Please. Come and fear the never-ending easiness of this game. See? You should recognize that from the end of Starfox 64 if you've seen it. Never really understood the whole Andros cube thing. It's kind of weird. It starts to get a little trippy. You know, you're going down this tunnel, things start getting like weird and distorted looking. Sorry for the sniffing. As I said, I'd been dying of the plague, so I'm still at the tail end of it, but I feel so much better. Suffer! You gotta shoot out the eyes on this mask whenever he appears. Hi, come back. Ow. You know, tomorrow's Friday the 13th, and I really want to watch some Friday the 13th movies, but, tomorrow's also the same day that Majora's Mask comes out, as well as the new 3DS, which I've got to get just because of the vastly improved 3D tracking. It really is quite incredible. It works as advertised, finally. I'm throwing cards at you. I'm like a lawyer, but more frightening. And that's pretty much the end of the game. Is he gonna make it out in time? Oh no! I'm complaining about how short this is, but I mean, really, Star Fox 64 wasn't a very lengthy game either. Neither was the original Star Fox. But it does feel like for a sequel, this could have been more. Oh, they even had English voice translations at the end there. Let's get back to Corneria. That was a nice touch. Who knows if this is what the actual retail product would have been. I don't know how close they came to finishing this game. I understood it was pretty much done, but it's pretty short. So yeah. We're getting into the credits here. That's it. That's Star Fox 2. So in case you've never played it, if you've never thought about trying to look for a ROM online just because it was an unreleased game, well, there it is. It's an interesting game. I like some of the different things that they tried. I just don't think it really works entirely with the balance of the difficulty of the game. But, you know, it is what it is.